The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus is in the building. First thing that strikes me is that the packaging is nothing radically different as it resembles the many Galaxy phones to come before it. There's some Note 10 Plus branding on the front with an embossed blue Note stylus above it. There's some more branding on the sides, and the contents of the box are listed in small font on the back, but that's basically it. Now there's one sticker keeping the lid on, but instead of peeling it off, I thought I'd use a flathead screwdriver to rip apart the tape because I'm classy. Lifting off the top of the box, we'll find the Galaxy Note 10 Plus sitting right on top, looking sleek as ever. There's nothing quite like experiencing an untouched device for the very first time. We'll see that I have the Aura Glow color option that produces this really cool, colorful lighting effect, which we'll talk more about later. Below the Note 10 Plus is a 25-watt USB-C super fast charging wall wart, which is an improvement over the 15-watt charger shipped in previous phones. But the Note 10 Plus is compatible with a 45-watt ultra fast charging wall adapter, but unfortunately, it is sold separately for about $50. Next, we have a male-to-male USB-C charging cable and a pair of AKG USB-C headphones with a braided cable. These are definitely going to be better than most headphones included with most smartphones, but it's kind of a bummer to see the USB-C connection as Samsung has cut the headphone jack in the Note 10. Spoiler. Last but not least is a USB 2.0 to USB-C adapter and a little tool to replace the Note's stylus tips. Taking a look back at the Note 10 Plus and peeling off the plastic, we'll see a stunning smartphone. I can't get over just how beautiful the Aura Glow color looks. It's so reflective that you can use the back as a mirror, and even though there's Gorilla Glass 6 on the rear, I imagine it'll pick up some micro scratches over time and just not look as beautiful, but out of the box, it is stunning. There are some notable changes when compared to the Note 9. First, the top of the phone is home to a very small hole that allows sound to escape the earpiece, since the earpiece speaker grill is so incredibly tiny. It's just another route for sound to escape the phone and reach your ears. The bottom of the phone also no longer features a headphone jack. Samsung got rid of the headphone jack completely, embracing wireless audio and USB-C headphones and adapters. It was really only a matter of time, even though Samsung was pretty much the last manufacturer to hold out on ditching this port. It's still a bummer to see, even though I predominantly use wireless headphones. Now, the right side of the phone is clean of any buttons, but the left side only features the power button and volume rocker. There's no longer a dedicated Bixby button because Bixby is infused in the power button, which you can customize in the software. Also, on the back of the phone, there's a 12 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel telephoto sensor, and 16 megapixel ultra wide sensor, along with a time of flight 3D camera sensor for augmented reality applications. That's it. There's no longer a rear-facing fingerprint scanner or even a heart rate monitor. The Note 10 Plus's display is even bigger now, measuring in at 6.8 inches with a 1440 by 3040 resolution. Upon first impressions, I wasn't wowed, but that's because by default, the resolution is lowered to an FHD plus resolution. So I had to change that and max it out. And to be honest, with the OneUI skin and its semi-faded modern color palette, you may not appreciate this display as much right away. But when you start watching content and scrolling through social media, then you'll start to really appreciate this Samsung AMOLED panel for just how colorful and vibrant it is. The 10 megapixel front-facing camera is now centered at the top of the display, and Samsung does not try to hide it one bit. It doesn't really bother me, and I guess I'd say it helps me maybe appreciate the ultra slim bezels more, as I can see how each corner of the display goes almost edge to edge with the frame of the phone. The ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner has made a return, and it seems to work fairly well. It's not my favorite fingerprint scanner by any means, but it's okay. Unfortunately though, since the bezels are so slim, there's no room for any high-tech facial recognition technology, so you're more limited than other Galaxy phones with how you choose to secure your phone. The phone is running Samsung's newer OneUI skin on top of Android 9.0 Pie. One of the bigger software differences I've noticed right away is just the option to power off the phone via the software as opposed to just holding down the power button, since Bixby is integrated into it. If we press this digital power button in the notification panel and tap on Side Key Settings, we'll have the option to double press the power button to launch the camera app, open up Bixby, or open an app of your choice, including Google Voice Search, if that's your thing. You can also press and hold the button to wake Bixby or open the power off menu like past Galaxy phones. Powering the Note 10 Plus is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 octa-core processor with a whopping 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's insane, and it should help keep things running smooth for the most part. Some people have complained about this phone not featuring the newer 855 Plus chipset, which I think is fair given how much this phone costs. But, you know, the hardware that we do have here is anything but low end. There's also 256 gigabytes of internal storage in the base model that's upgradable to 512 gigabytes. And UFS 3.0 is supported to improve app download and installation speeds. I will say it's nice to have an ultra-wide camera sensor with the Note 10 Plus, and the telephoto sensor is nice to have in those rare cases when I need to get closer to my subject but can't for whatever reason. I'm definitely looking forward to testing these camera sensors out more in detail, but based off first impressions, camera quality looks good. Now, the S Pen hasn't received a bunch of new improvements, but there are now S Pen gestures. You can use the S Pen as a magic wand to zoom or flip between cameras if you have your phone positioned remotely. That's kind of neat. Also, with the Note 10 Plus, you should get excellent battery life thanks to the 4300 milliamp hour battery. It supports wireless charging and even reverse wireless charging to charge other Qi-enabled devices like wireless earphones or other wireless charging equipped smartphones. Stereo speakers have made a return, but the bottom speaker is still louder as the top speaker is incredibly small, even smaller than previous phones. Sound quality isn't the best, but it's far from the worst, and that also goes for the volume. So the Note 10 Plus is Samsung's second most premium Note of 2019. The only thing it doesn't support is 5G. You'll have to pay a couple $100 more for that if you want that. The Note 10 Plus, it starts at $1,100 and can be purchased in a number of color options, including my personal favorite, Aura Glow. We have some more coverage of this device coming over the coming days and weeks, so definitely stay tuned here on phonedog.com and or youtube.com/phonedog. What I'll be trying to answer is whether the phone can justify its high price and rank in a crowded smartphone market, especially since it's gotten rid of a number of features, like a headphone jack, heart rate monitor, and iris scanner, just to name a few. Let me know your thoughts on Samsung's Note 10 smartphones in a comment down below. As always, I'm Beau HD from phonedog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.